In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this Samsung S25 FE, and it's got a problem with the charging port. It looks like somebody's got it wet at some point, so we're going to swap that out. What I have found with these Samsungs is that a lot of the time when they're getting this liquid damage notification or liquid warning on the screen, the only way that we've really been successful in repairing it is by actually replacing the charging port on them. It seems to have some kind of memory what recognizes when it's got wet. To start off, because I'm going to have this on the hot plate, I'm going to have it face down. I'm going to put this plastic film, or just it's sellotape really. It's just a bit wider than normal tape. I'm going to put some tape on there, and I'm going to lay it face down on the hot plate, and I'm going to leave it there until it gets hot on the back. Obviously, it's going to get warm on the front very quickly because that's where the heat's coming from. By the time the heat's got through the device onto the back, it should have softened the adhesive enough so that we can get this suction cup on there and start lifting it up. So whenever I put these suction cups on there, it's always in the bottom third of the phone, and that's so that I can start lifting up. I always add a bead of alcohol around the edge, and what I'm going to hope for is that somewhere around this middle is going to create a gap that I can get something thin into. I can see it lifting, but it's not quite there yet. Oh, actually, I just noticed here, when I lift there, it's lifted a bit just here. So with that in mind, I'm going to just get that inserted a little bit. And although this is probably the first S25 FE that I have worked on, it looks like it follows the same suit as other Samsung models. And I know this actually because I've just looked at the seal that we've got for it, and I know that it's just a bit of tape all around all four edges. Sometimes you find that there's areas where it's a bit more stubborn than others. For those, you might have to adopt a little bit of a sort of sawing or cutting action, but we're going to chop through all this adhesive on the back, carrying on along this left hand edge, along the top edge. Add some alcohol on there. I'm using 99.9%. and that just helps soften the adhesive a bit more as we're going along. And then I'm just going to lift very carefully, but what I can see is that some of the adhesive has come away and some of it is stuck to the device. Just going to grab hold of that, and then now if I can, I'll pull at it. Same here, look, pull at it, get it out of the way, and I think that was all that was holding it down actually. Yeah, it was, because that's come away real nice now. Whilst this is still warm, I'm going to get the rest of this adhesive removed. And it just means it's easier when we seal this back up in a short while, which it won't be long. It's going to be a quick repair this, I can sense it. I'm going to add a little bit of protection onto those cameras just while we're working in the device. It just keeps them from getting any dust or detritus on there. Grubby fingerprints and all that. And then I'm also going to very quickly whip off any of that leftover adhesive using the spindle tool. Just while the adhesive's warm, it just saves me having to waste energy. I mean, the hot plate's staying on for the rest of the day, but it saves me having to reheat the back cover. Does that make sense? It does to me. It means that I don't have to leave my desk again until this job's done. That's what I really mean. So I'm just going to run it very quickly along all these edges, and then it just makes it a bit easier to pull off those last bits of. You probably can't even see the adhesive that I'm removing, but there's just, you know, a thin layer left behind. Right, let's take this over to the desk and get this charging port swapped out. So we've got the back cover removed now. The cameras are protected. All that I need to do now is take out this charging port. And to start off with that, I was going to remove the screws, but actually I've just noticed we've got the SIM tray that needs to come out first. So get that out of the way, keep the SIM safe. And then we just got a pile of screws down the bottom. I think it looks like there's 8 in total. And I'm using my little electric screwdriver to get those out of the way, because it rips through them nice and quickly. and then we'll talk about the part that I'm using in a minute, and I'll also let you know where we can get it from. Right, so with all that unscrewed, we'll get that little leftover screw there, and then what you'll notice is on these Samsungs there's usually a little arrow. So you see that little arrow there? That's somewhere where you can pry it from. So it's suggesting that if we go like this, it should come out. And oh my goodness me, I don't know if you saw that, but I put that in there, went like that, and it popped it out a bit like that. So it just makes it nice and easy. With this, you could peel that off if you wanted to, but for me, I'm just going to fold it back. I'm just going to fold it back out of the way, and we can work with that, can't we? It's nice and easy. And we can work with that now. There's plenty of room. Now we've got two, I think, more screws. These are all Phillips screws, by the way. And I think they're all the same size too, so don't worry about muddling them up. Next, we need to disconnect the sub to main cable. This little aerial cable, coaxial cable type thing, and then the fingerprint sensor just there. And that should mean now that we can get under the charging port, the subboard, whatever you want to call it, and we should be able to get it out. If you can't get it out, just have a quick look, make sure that you've took that SIM tray out. But this should be quite easy. Once you've lifted it up from the back there, you can like pull it out and slide it that way. You can very clearly see the damage on there. There's a lot of gunk and muck. So that explains why it needs a new charging port so soon. And it's a good job. We have got one of these nice genuine charging ports from, I don't know where we got this from, but you can buy it from me if you want. I'll put a link in the description below, and we will have some of these available. So it looks exactly the same as the one what we just took out, except the pins on this one are in good condition, and putting it all back together is very, very easy. Just beware of that little flex cable for the fingerprint sensor. Make sure you drop that in first before trying to, you can't just drop it flat. You just have to make sure that that goes in first, and then you sort of push it down, and then you have to like go diagonally down, almost like that. There you go. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully a visual and audio cue makes it make sense. Reconnect this sub cable here, and then we've got the aerial cable, coaxial cable, fingerprint cable, and then of course those two little screws go in there. One more in there. It is in there and there. If you're ever unsure which ones go into the board, into the board but not in the plastic, just fold that over and you'll see, okay, that goes there, 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 but there's nothing there. Does that make sense? And then you'll rule it out and you'll figure out which one goes where. Push down the plastic and the speaker, and then just go ahead and quickly reinstall those 8 screws that we just took out. I rate these charging port repairs, you know, because they are just quick, easy. The parts aren't expensive. You don't have to put a lot of money into the repair. And yeah, it's pretty much all labor for this. So as a business, and from a business point of view, it's quick, it's cheap, and it makes money. Like we probably make the same amount of labor as you might do replacing a screen on another phone, where I've had to lay out 100 quid for the part. That's just how it is. But yeah, I just much prefer, it's just nice and easy, isn't it? Does that make sense? I keep saying, does that make sense? I need to stop saying that.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense that it's in my vocabulary. SIM tray goes back in. It's just slid out a little bit there. That's in. And now, because we were proactive and we cleaned this up beforehand, there's not much cleaning to do. If there is a little bit of gunk left over, then you can just get a bit of acetone on a clean room wipe. Be careful obviously not to touch the camera lenses. Bit of acetone on there. And yeah, it just cleans it up, gets it all off. Same here, look, there were just a little bit on there, a little bit that side, and I just get right into the corner, making sure that it's really nice and clean. Avoid touching the cameras. And this is all coming together now. I don't know if we've ordered one or if we've ordered two of these, but you can see I've ended up maybe robbing the supplier, because we've got two back cover adhesives in one. I reckon they were stuck together in the box where it's been picked from, because I wouldn't normally order two. Anyway, just talking for the sake of it, when you're lining this up, start in one corner, follow it along a short edge, and then the rest of it should fit pretty nice. That went on like a glove, didn't it? Beautiful. What you can do as well, get your plastic spudger, your black plastic stick, and just rub it in right into the crevice. So right into that crack. Anyway, enough of those innuendos. Just peel off what's left behind. Not what's left behind, sorry. Peel off the last top bit of plastic there. Sometimes these are awkward. I tried to grab it from this little pull tab thing there, but it ended up pulling everything else away with it. So I'm going to take it there. If you find that it does lift up a little bit, just get your black plastic stick and just sort of go like that and pull it along with it. This, I'm fairly confident, is stuck down nicely. Maybe a little bit there, look. Just needs a bit of help being pushed down. But it's all come off now. Remove, remove, remove. Blow, 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 blow. Do the same in the camera lenses there, look. We don't want any dust getting left behind, so be quick when you're putting this back on. And I'd done a bad thing, didn't I? Does anyone know what the bad thing I did was? I didn't test it before I stuck it down. But I am confident, after seeing the condition of those pins on the old port versus the ones on the new port, I can see it's jumped straight up to 1.8 amps in consumption. I'll remove this. It has got a screen protector on it. It has got a little crack in the screen protector. But we don't want to scratch it, crack it, break it anymore. It's charging. We can see that it's going up. I've got a fast charger here too. Let's see if it... I don't know if it says fast charging on that. But it will be fast charging. I could turn it on and show you that, can't I? Fast charging. There you go. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching the video. That's how to replace the charging port on the Samsung S25 FE. See you in the next one.